Die with 0.
The book, Die with 0, has been attracting attention. Its argument is that one should not hoard wealth, but instead spend it all in order to maximize life experiences. Certainly, the message of enjoying life is appealing, and I sympathize with it. However, there is also an undertone suggesting that if you do not spend it all for you and your family, you are losing out. I find this aspect somewhat unsettling. If I were the author, the title would be, Die with more than what you have received. My reasoning is as follows. Suppose that I have received 100 units of blessings during my lifetime from the society that the previous generation had built. Thanks to that 100, my generation did not have to worry about securing food or being sent to the battlefield. If that is the case, I would like to turn that 100 into 101 or more before passing it on to the next generation. If we can hand the world to the next generation in a better state than the one we received, would that not be true happiness? Also, there is a way of thinking that says, what brings true happiness is not what we gather, but what we give. I would like to share 2 examples from my own life. I once participated as a volunteer in a coastal cleanup. Afterward, I was able to join a group of people who said to one another, "That was good, I feel refreshed." I felt a sense of fulfillment, thinking, I see, many others were also troubled by the miserable state of this beach. I'm glad I joined the volunteers. The realization that I created a better situation with my own time and effort brought a kind of joy that cannot be measured in terms of profit, loss, or cost performance. Blood donation is another example. For the past 2 or 3 decades, I have donated blood, roughly 3 times a year. This, too, contributes to others, and brings me happiness. The quiet satisfaction of providing something positive to society, even at the cost of a little physical pain, is irreplaceable. Shigezo Hayasaka, who served as secretary to former Japanese Prime Minister Kakuei Tanaka, once remarked, "People are ungrateful and selfish." Indeed, people tend to forget blessings, but never forget losses. This is simply the way the human brain is designed, so it is hard to escape. It is precisely because of that feeling that people should consciously continue to hold on to a sense of gratitude. Because of that, I want to remember what I have received and leave a better society for those who follow. What if the previous generation had lived entirely by the motto, "Me first," resulting in a society that disregarded the individual? Life would be a constant struggle just to survive, and any sense of happiness would likely be rather bleak. Fortunately, in my case, the social infrastructure was already in place when I was born. Also, the principle of the dignity of the individual was established in the Constitution. Of course, I have no objection to spending money for one's own enjoyment. I myself spend freely on travel, books, and time with my family. Still, I cannot quite accept the idea that one loses out, unless the balance sheet of life is brought to zero. Is it unfortunate to leave this world with some wealth remaining? Is it unhappy to leave assets behind as a gift to the next generation? What I hope for is not to die with zero, but to die having added something more.